Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss UPSC Mains Syllabus Orientation, Booklist, Pattern, Trend Analysis, Strategy for UPSC Mains 2026 examination of Art and Cultural segment students in our GS Paper 1. This particular aspect is going to be very important because it plays a crucial role in our UPSC GS Paper 1 Mains preparation students. So let's go into the syllabus of GS paper 1, that is art and cultural syllabus, Indian culture, salient aspect of art forms, literature and architecture from ancient to modern times. So basically they are very clear students about the syllabus. Either they will be asking you about the art forms or they will be asking you about the literature or architecture. But in the UPSC mains examination, if you see, most of the times they have picked a maximum number of questions from the architectural segment in the last 10 12 years students. And while studying the art forms, we should give maximum importance to the various kinds of music, dance, festival, theater, forms. So all the kinds of and paintings also. So we should try to cover that various art forms. While studying the literature, basically we should give high importance to the South Indian literatures, especially from Vijayanagara era. And then from Chola Chera Pandya dynasty in Tamil Nadu, their questions can be asked in the UPSC mains examination students. While preparing the architectural segment, while reading the basic NCERTs, we should try to represent that notes in a diagrammatic manner so that we need to draw diagrams in our art and cultural segment to fetch maximum marks in mains exam students. So while going into the normal like reference books and textbooks to be studied, especially for art and cultural segment, coming to the NCERT segment, while preparing the art and culture, I would be saying students, this an introduction to Indian art, that is the 11th standard NCERT is going to be a heartbeat of your UPSC art and culture preparation. This would be useful for both prelims and mains aspects. So try to make notes out of it and try to draw the diagrams whichever has been given in the book so that you can repeat that same diagrams in the mains exam to fetch maximum marks. And while coming to the 12th standard NCERT and introduction to Indian art part 2, in this paintings has been covered in this particular NCERT students. So some basics and types of paintings can be selectively referred from this 12th standard NCERT. Now coming to the reference book students, I won't be suggesting you to go for any standard textbooks for art and culture. Only Nitin Sinvania art and culture can be used only selectively to read some important chapters which are not available in your NCERTs, especially the basics of theater, puppetry, and then the basic difference of Hindustani and the other classical dances, and while studying the various types of music forms, and even the paintings. But paintings has been covered in a good manner in NCERTs as well. But remaining aspect maximum we can refer, especially the Nitin Senvania art and cultural book in a selective manner and try to pick the diagrams whichever is given in the book to repeat in the mains answer rating students. Now, coming to the UPSC 2025 mains question from art and cultural segment, they have asked about discuss the salient features of the Harappan architecture. This is a core area in our basic syllabus students. We know Indus Valley civilization, we need to read and easily we can answer this particular question. Only thing, while addressing the question, we need to address the various challenges and solutions or a way forward technique to the discuss kind of questions. So that is going to be very crucial in the answer writing format. While coming to the examine, we need to talk about both positives as well as negatives of the main aspects of Akbar's religious syncretism. So basically, we need to represent our answer in that perspective, students. And coming to the third most important question, the sculptors filled with Chandela art form with resilient vigor and breadth of life elucidate. So this particular question we can easily answer because all these are available in our basic NCERT of 11th standard students, and some basics of Akbar's religious syncretism can be picked from your old NCERT, that is medieval India, where it is available. So what I would be suggesting is whatever you have read exclusively for art and culture, apart from that, your residual knowledge students from ancient and medieval aspect while preparing for UPSC prelims examination, that NCERT will also help you in answering some of the art and cultural questions in UPSC mains examination. Now let's look at the pattern of the art and culture in GS paper 1 in the last 10 to 12 years. In 2025, there were 3 questions and it carried 30 marks. So out of a weightage of 250 marks, 30 marks weightage is given to art and culture, and I would say that is a very crucial marks in our total scoring pattern. Now, even if you look at in the last 4 5 years, students averagely they are asking 3 questions, and the marks only varied. But we can minimum expect from the that is for the UPSC Mains 2026 examination 3 questions of minimum 30 marks. So, in that perspective, we need to prepare ourselves for the art and cultural segment. Even if you look at the maximum number of questions, they have asked 4 questions in 2014 and in 2020. Other than that, the least number of questions is one, which they have asked in 3 major years, that is in 2017, 19, and 21. So, other than that, with the recent trend, what I would be suggesting is you can minimum expect 3 questions and a maximum mark of 30 can be expected. Now, let's look at the pattern of art and culture, especially the syllabus wise weightage. From 2013 to 16 UPSC mains time period, the UPSC examiners they focused on global comparisons of various architectures, Roman, Greek, and Egyptian, as well as they have like asked frequent questions on Gandhara and Stupa as well. But 2017 to 21, they focused more on literary aspect, especially in the art and cultural segment. In the recent years, 2022 to 2025, the frequent theme is socio-artistic linkage students. We need to give maximum weightage to social life and the various people who are involved in the lower strata, syncretism, specific dynasties like Chandelas can also be covered from your basic NCRTs as well, and try to have a answer writing format where we are prepared for the social aspect also in your answer students to fetch maximum marks. Let's come to the trend analysis in UPSC mains exam of art and culture. The questions are now changing more to analytical pattern rather than factual. Most of the times they are asking how, they are not asking what are direct questions like that. So they are not even asking you to list and all. They are just asking how a monument reflects something. So you should know the basic reasons behind that. So while studying the NCRTs only, we need to give maximum clarity and conceptual improvement should be done. Now, coming to the continuity and change, there is a frequent recurrent theme also. That theme keeps changing. So, accordingly, we should try to catch the trend analysis. As I said, we need to give maximum importance to the social aspect, regional diversity, importance on South Indian dynasties. As I said earlier, Karachola Pandyas and Vijayanagaras and Pallavas should be given maximum weightage in the coming years, students. Let's have a holistic strategy for 2026 mains examination. Mapping is going to be very crucial, and diagrams are necessary to carry or fetch maximum marks in the art and culture segment. So, while studying the reading the NCRTs only, try to pick diagrams, especially Chola, Gupta, Vijayanagara, and various Mughal era dynasties relating to art, architecture, literature, religion. Visual toolkit, as I said, diagrammatic representation should be available for comparison also in a tabular column format, and diagrams for Nagara versus Dravidian temple plans, stupa, and then Indo-Islamic architectural features. We should have diagrams ready in a comparison format as well. Always use the three source formula as a strategy. NCRT is a must from which you can answer 80 to 90% of the art and cultural segments. Only 10% questions will be picked from Nitin Singhania and from current affairs students. For current affairs, Vision Monthly Magazine on art and cultural segment compilation can be read before the UPSC mains examination to address the questions related to current affairs students. So, as I said earlier, while preparing for the GS paper 1, you should have a complete strategy to fetch maximum marks. Always the first priority should be given to the geography aspect because here 40% of the marks is given. And coming to the second weightage component, you need to go back to history students. And while coming to history, first you should assign your importance to modern Indian history. Then you can move towards art and culture. And post independence can be given as a third priority, and world history at the end. So we will discuss this more about the world history in another orientation video. But the order of priority should be only after history you can cover Indian society students because that's how the marks distribution has been across the years. So, what are the value addition resources you can use to fetch maximum marks in UPSC mains in art and culture? Use the toppers notes to pick the diagrams, examples, and how they have written introduction and conclusion, and try to address that in your answer as well, students. And try to look at our UPSC toppers evaluation series from our YouTube channel also to fetch maximum marks about various value addition and creative techniques done by UPSC toppers in art and cultural aspect. Current affairs, you can quote examples. Try to always have a ready-made list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, GI tags, and all the important art and architectural related concepts which have appeared in newspaper. So in this manner, you can prepare art and culture in an effective manner, students. And if you have any further doubts, you can comment on the comment section. Thank you.